Alright, multi-angle. Let's try this. Hey, what is up guys? TechSnackles here, and today we're going to check out the newly updated music app for the iPhone, which comes with Apple Music. Now, if you do decide to subscribe to Apple Music, you go through this setup process, which is very simple and is actually quite fun when you get all those bubbles around. So you choose your favorite genre of music and you also some of your favorite artists, and then based on that, Apple will be able to suggest some music for you. So the first thing you'll notice immediately is the new icon, which looks alright. So as you open that up, you get different tabs at the bottom. You'll immediately notice the new options at the bottom and how graphically heavy the new interface is. It's kind of a different layout, as you can see. It's more reminiscent now of iTunes on your computer. It kind of feels like two apps in one. So My Music, which used to be the whole app before, is now just this little button on the right which you can access quickly, and you get library and playlists which you can swipe to the right to see. For me, I think it's the new UI is a bit too cluttered. There's too much on screen, which I don't know if you're a fan of, but for me it feels a bit too cluttered, especially there are buttons all over the place in my opinion. So you can see you have buttons here, you have buttons here, you have another button there, you have another button here, and you have all the buttons at the top and all the buttons at the bottom. So a bit too much for me, and a bit, I wouldn't say harder to use, but a bit more inconvenient to use. Then you get all these different categories at the bottom, which you can choose to access different things, different features of the music app. So you get radio now. Beats One, which has been advertised a lot by Apple recently, and I actually do like it. I listened to it earlier on, and I actually was listening to an Eminem interview, and that's kind of cool because you actually get real radio and not just those kind of playlists that they set up based on your preferences. That's really nice. You also have BBC here, but the rest are kind of those setup playlists that you already get with different apps. But Beats One is kind of cool. It's real radio, and I quite like that. You also get new here, which tells you about new music, very straightforward. And then you get For You, based on things that you like and what you listen to. And you get loads of different suggestions, which is actually quite nice. So I liked Chris Brown, so it's given me a playlist called Intro to Chris Brown. You can enter the provocative world of R&B's most wanted. So yeah, and then you get Connect, which is reminiscent of Ping. You might remember it back in the day. It kind of failed, so I'm not sure how Connect will do, because it looks a lot like Ping actually did. I'm not the biggest fan of this layout, especially when the artist photo at the top is present every time you scroll through and you find that artist again. It's like a profile picture, but it takes so much space. As you can see, it takes so much space that the thing just looks like it's taking too much space. So for me, a social network needs to be straightforward. You just need to get straight to the information that you want to see, and photos take the images. It's very graphically heavy, which is nice in a way, but it also takes a lot of space. You can comment, you can like the photos. It's nice to see what your artists are up to, and they can show you behind the scenes stuff, but still not sure how this network will do. Be sure to tell me down below if you actually if you use it and you've enjoyed Connect. So yeah, and then you get these improved UI, these enhancements and things that have carried over from iTunes. So this is not from iTunes, but you can swipe up now to get the controls for the music app. So you can also favorite a song. So if you really like, let's say, Not Letting Go by Tiny Tampa, and you favorite it, then it will know that you like this type of music, and it will suggest you more music based on your preferences. So you can continue to like different types of music. It will suggest and get better at knowing you based on what you favorite. And you get the nice features that have carried over from iTunes, like the up next, so you can see what's up next, and then you can reorder it to fit your preference. And then again, the button for My Next. So if you want to listen to Girl on Fire by Alicia Keys next, press the little options button. Again, you can see all that clutter. You have to read through it to find what you want, and you can add, but you can play next or add up to next, which is a nice feature from iTunes. You'll also notice that when you start playing it, it doesn't take up the full screen. It just goes directly down here when you can swipe up to access it. You no longer have to go to now playing, click through everything just to go to now playing to find it. It's always here at the bottom. That's basically it. I like that it's graphically heavy. It looks really nice and interactive, although it is a bit cluttered. I think Apple has a lot to improve here because it still does feel like two applications cramped into one. But be sure to tell me down below if you like this new app. It is $9.99 per month if you want to use Apple Music and listen to the huge library of music that they have, or you can go for the family plan, which is $14.99. If you do have a family, you should definitely go for that. That's a big saving there, right there. But for now, yeah, that's basically it. Those are my impressions. Be sure to tell me what you think down below. Also, I started a new channel. If you want to check out vlogs and get more personal with me, get to know me more personally, be sure to check it out. I'll put a card somewhere here or in the description down below. There will be a link to the new channel. So yeah, thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I'll see you all in the next one.